just call me. I'll be there. It don't matter. Just say where. I'll be right by your side. Through everything, you know I'll ride. Just stay cool. I'll come through to pray for, encourage, and uplift you. When my sister wins, I win. When my sister wins, I win. At the Sisters Cafe.
This segment is brought to you by 3E Consulting. Educate, equip, and empower. Hey everybody, welcome to this segment of Sisters Cafe. First and foremost, thank you for being here. You could have tuned in anywhere else, but you decided to tune into Woman Crush Wednesday. I'm super excited. Make sure you go to the website and subscribe so you don't miss nothing. You can stay connected. You can follow me on all social media platforms. And of course, you can check out Power Influence Radio and dailyfaithnetwork.com. You can find us on all of those platforms. But I am super glad that you have been here. So let's just jump into it. We are talking about the symptoms of yes. So if you haven't got the book, y'all go out and get the book, The Best Version of Me. And one of the chapters is talking about ways to say no. Some of us have a very difficult time saying no to others. We yes, 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 no matter what it is. We just want to say yes because A, sometimes we just want to feel needed. B, we think it's the right thing to do. C, we were taught that way. You just say yes, especially if it has something to do with God and church. You just say yes because that's what we do. Another reason is that we love. We got super big hearts and we want to be what people need and we want to help in anywhere that we can. And sometimes our yeses gets us in trouble. And let's talk about that. We are talking about the symptoms of yes. We understand that being the best version of ourselves will require our ability to say no to others so that we can say yes to ourselves. Many times we overcommit, we overgive, we overdo, we overpromise. And then when it's us or we need help or we need time or there's things we have to do, there's no space or room. So your house is in total and complete dysfunction while you're over here helping this person with their house. Your life is in disarray while you're trying to help this person with their life. So we got to make that make sense somehow. I don't think that we can. So we have to learn that we can't say yes to everything. Now, if you got time, you got space, you got place, you got effort, you got energy, by all means, help. Helping is good. Giving is better than receiving. We know that, but you cannot continue to pour from empty cups. But we'll get into that. While saying yes can be a positive trait in many situations, consistently agreeing to everything without consideration or not considering the consequences can have several negative effects, which may cause the following symptoms. Let's get into it. The first symptom is overcommitment. If you have the time, as I said before, if you have the time, energy, and resources, by all means, go ahead. But know that saying yes to every request or opportunity may lead to overcommitment. This can result in increased stress, fatigue, and the inability to fulfill promises or meet certain expectations. So we must be careful. Sometimes we just say yes, we're overcommitted, and other things are being left out. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, you are at home in disarray and chaos and disorder, but you're helping somebody else organize their life or their home. It doesn't work because then you come home to, again, disorganization. It's not beneficial to you or your household. Another symptom of yes is burnout. And I'm sure we have experienced it. If you don't know what burnout looks like, I think I did a segment on it. Not sure. Check out the podcast because I do believe I did a segment on burnout. But burnout, when you start being irritable and choppy with everybody, and you're tired and you're fatigued and you can't focus and you're losing interest in things, it's almost like a depressive thing. It's not always necessarily depression. You could just be burnt out and you need a break. Go sit down somewhere. Go sit down, have several seats for a minute and get yourself together. Regroup. You're not no good to nobody that way. You're not. Because the things that you love to do or that you have done, you ain't even interested no more. The things that you are good at and you're skilled at, you ain't even got room for it. You don't. You don't. And you're not a nice person to be around. And everything is why we got to do that, or you're regretting things. And you know what I mean? It's just like bleh, complete bleh. So we don't want to get there. We don't want to get there. So be sure that you are taking care of yourself so that you do not get burned out. Another symptom, and yes, and again, I mentioned it in overcommitment, but it's neglecting personal priorities. Always saying yes to external requests might cause you to neglect your own priorities, obligations, goals, and self care. This can lead to dissatisfaction, chaos in your own life, and a sense of unfulfillment. We have to be careful. We have to be careful because these things are true and factual. Not just saying it to be saying it. This is exactly what happens. Isn't it horrible? If I don't know, if we want to be, if we keep it 100, it is horrible to go to church, to be on a high because God is in the building, right? You have the revival. You got a 6-day revival. You got a whole month revival. You got revival every night. You got revival every day. And you're doing this for months at a time, or days at a time, or weeks at a time. But then you go home and nothing's where it is. Your clothes aren't washed. Your dishes are crazy. You got gnats and flies. Your mail ain't open in I don't know how long. Your bills are past due. You're getting these notices because you forgot to pay this bill or you forgot to pay that bill, or you've used up your money in certain other things. So now you can't even pay the bills. That's not okay. You cannot neglect your personal obligations to take care of other things just because you want to say yes. You have to take care of your stuff so you have room. It's like we talk about with the cup. You pour yourself, you fill up yourself, and you say yes from the overflow. I'm good, so let me go help so and so. Oh, I'm good, so Sister Mary, yes, I can help you. Oh, my bills are paid, so let me give you that. Oh, yes, you know what? I already took care of all my responsibilities. Yes, I have time to come help you. Absolutely have time to come help you, but don't let your life in your home be in disarray, because what does it profit for you to do everything else and your home is in a mess? Your relationship with your kids are in a mess. Your relationship with your spouse is in a mess. But you just gonna go minister to other folks? Yes, they here. No, sir. No, ma'am. That's not. Let's take care of home. Home is your first ministry. I don't know if I want to get in trouble today, but isn't it a little off if you can preach and teach to me, but you're treating your spouse or your children bad? No, I thank you. No, I thank you. You can't run this house if you can't run this house. That's just me. That's just me. And everybody is different strokes for different folks. But I can't hear you. My portals won't open if your home is in disarray, or your life is in disarray, or everything is going on, but your family is neglected, or your house is neglected. I don't have nothing for you. Sorry. Again, that's me. That's just me. Whatever works for you works for you. Another symptom of saying yes to everything is reduced effectiveness. Overextending yourself by saying yes to too many things can reduce your effectiveness in fulfilling your commitments. Quality may suffer when quantity becomes a primary focus. Sometimes it's seen as a superpower when you can multitask. But as a multitasker, I'm telling you, some things don't get 100%. When you are doing 7 things, you are dividing your 100% 7 different ways. Nothing gets 100%. Nothing. It's like having kids. I can never give Tay 100% because his brothers need a portion of that, right? So I have to split my ways. I have to split myself up into what, 33.5, 3 times? Nobody gets 100%. When we multitask, this is not going to get 100%. This is two. Why you can't serve two masters? You can't. Either you will love the one or hate the other, or vice versa. You cannot serve two masters. You can't. You will love the one or hate the other. One gets the 100%, one doesn't. You got to either be hot or cold. You can't be lukewarm. You can't. You cannot be lukewarm. So let's be careful when saying yes and overcommitting ourselves and working through burnout and neglecting our personal priorities, because it does reduce effectiveness. We want a job well done, right? We want to work and operate in the spirit of excellence. So let's chop down some of the things that we can't handle. Some things can wait. Some things can wait. Absolutely can wait. That was one of the tips I got when I went through budgeting, trying to make sure that I'm not overspending or spending unnecessary money. My question is, do I need this now? Do I need this before I get paid again in 2 weeks? So what I was doing was just shopping for the 2 weeks, unless it was on sale, of course. Shopping for the 2 weeks. And if I didn't need it in another 2 weeks, then it doesn't need to be in my basket, right? So that's the same kind of thing. Does this have to be done right this second? Prioritize. Prioritize things according to when it needs to be done, how it needs to be done, and you can work on it. Everything doesn't have to be done right this second. And it was a learning lesson for me. Because me, I got 11 things going at the same time. The more projects I have, the better I feel to myself. And that's all it was. But then when those projects don't get done or you can't do them, number one, you're feeling some kind of way about yourself because you didn't get that done. But number two, what did it profit you? What is it? You tired. You sleepy, you in debt, overweight, mind boggled, can't focus, got a headache, irritable, bitter. For what? Be happy. Drop some of them things and be happy. Prioritize. Just prioritize. You can get it done. Just prioritize. Another symptom of yes is difficulty setting boundaries. Saying yes all the time may indicate difficulties in setting boundaries. What that means is you don't know how to say no. So that way, no matter what time it is, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you already got going on, somebody's going to call you regardless because they need A, B, and C, and they're used to you saying yes. So it doesn't matter. You could be sick, death in the family, overworking yourself, anything, and they're still going to call because why? You say yes all the time. This can lead to others taking advantage of your willingness to help, and it might be challenging to assert yourself when needed. Look here. Learn how to say, I can't do that right now. Or I'm already obligated. Or you know what? It's not going to work right now. How about in 2 weeks? I can't do this today, but how about tomorrow? Get the book, y'all, for real. Get the book because That chapter helped me so much, so much. I was not one to say no. I didn't know how to say no. I just don't say no. I just don't. I did it. Change that. I didn't say no. It builds resentment to a certain extent. It's certain extent. You get to a point where you don't want to say no, so you start making up reasons why you can't. So instead of just saying no, now you stressed out about what reason can I make up that's still the truth that I can tell this person so I don't have to do it. When you could simply say no. No is a complete sentence. No, period. And for those who have trouble saying no, get the book. All right, we're going to pause for the cause. We'll be back after a word from our sponsor. Step into your greatness with 3E Consulting. We focus on entrepreneur development, conflict resolution, goal setting, and leadership. Through coaching, conversations, and workshops, we provide the tools and guidance needed to successfully navigate your career journey. Our career coaching services include resume writing, interview preparation, and professional branding. We're dedicated to positioning you to step into your greatness. Schedule a free consultation today at www.3eeconsulting.com. Get the book, because there are ways to say no that doesn't feel like you're being mean. Some people think it's just mean to say no. You know, me growing up, I thought no was a bad word. I guess I still think no is a bad word. But no is a complete sentence. I would like a shirt that just says no. I love it. I love it. Ooh, I'm telling you, these 40s, I don't know what they did to me, but I like it. I like it. The answer is no. Absolutely not. Not gonna happen, Kathy. It's not gonna happen. And I'm it's such a freedom in saying no. Of freedom, y'all. I can't even express it enough to say what burden lifts off of you when you are at liberty and you have the wherewithal to say, no, I cannot do that right now. That's not a good time for me. That's not going to work for me. Let's not do it right now. Let's do it later. Nope, not going to do that. Learn to say no. It's freedom. It is so freedom. Another symptom is resentment. I just mentioned that. Resentment over time, constantly saying yes when you really want to say no can lead to resentment. Believe that. I know I said it that way, but I'm saying believe it. Believe it. You'll be walking around resenting folks and they don't even know why. They have no idea why you feeling some kind of way. And you do. You do. And you can feel it just rise up in you. And it's not even their fault because you couldn't say no. You blaming them, you mad at them, you resenting them, and it's you. Learn to say no. This resentment can build up and cause harm personally, spiritually, and professionally. You don't want that. All that can be caused just because you couldn't say no. It ain't nobody's fault but your own. Nobody. Nobody. I would just practice it. Practice it. Say it with me. No. Did you feel that? Did you feel that? Just say no. Just say it. You can say it as sweet and nice as you want to. You can. And again, there's so many forms of saying no. You don't just have to flat out say no. I just say no now because I'm old. So now it's just no. Not going to do that. No. I'm not going to do that. No. I'm going to bed. No. I'm getting off the phone. No. I don't have time. No. I'm already obligated. No. As my granddaughter would say, no, 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 grandma. That's what I'm saying. No, no, no. If you can't, you can't. We have to stop overextending ourselves because it is harmful to us. It is harmful to yourself. I don't know how to stress it more. I don't know how else to stress that, but it's important. There's a resentment is real, real. OMG. The resentment is so real, but you don't want to be there. You don't want to go there. Resentment can breed bitterness. That's what we don't want. We do not want bitterness to take root in our hearts. And it ain't even the people's fault. You want to go to God and say, Lord, I'm bitter. I got this root of bitterness in me because this one asked me to do this. This one asked me to do this one. This one, and God gonna ask you why you just say no. Oh my gosh, just say no, y'all. It's okay. It's okay. They will adjust. And if they don't adjust, they will go get somebody else. Believe that. Believe that 100%. When you say no, they will just go to somebody else. And it's okay. It's okay. I used to think that when getting clients, I had my prices so low that it wasn't really benefiting. It wasn't really benefiting anything. I can't run a business that way. And then I got to a point where I'm like, well, I need to. I don't want them to say no because then I don't get their business. But now that I know, I don't need their business. My clients are the ones who want to play. My clients are the ones who want to pay for their services. We try to be nice. We want to say, okay, we'll work with you. We'll do this. We'll do that. We give them a low price. It's not helping us build our business. But I promise you, when they want something, they're going to pay for it. 100%. What they want it, they're going to pay for it. Period. You can't build business off of not getting paid. That's not how you build business. It won't even last at all. At all. We have got to learn to say no. We have to know that we're worth more. I find that not saying no or the ability to say no comes with a lack of self esteem. Let's just put it out there. It comes with a lack of self esteem, a lack of self worth. We don't know what we were. We don't. But figure out what you worth and add tax and learn how to say no. Period. Period. They want you, they want your services, they need to pay for your services. They want you to do this or they want you to do that. Create boundaries. My office hours are 9 to 5. What's my office hours? 9 to 5, which means don't call me at 5:30. Do not call me at 10:30. And do not call me at 7:30 a.m. Don't. You have to create your boundaries. It makes you so much better. You can be the best version of you when you are free to be the best version of you. Absolutely. And resentment don't belong in there. Bitterness don't belong in there. Another symptom is the lack of focus. And that kind of goes with the reduced effectiveness when we don't get things done 100% because we're doing so many. It's the same. Lack of focus, constantly saying yes to various tasks or projects may lead to a lack of focus on what truly matters. You may find yourself spread too thin across different responsibilities and therefore lack the ability to fully concentrate. We've been there. We've been there and we've done that. And it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling to be feeling all foggy in the head. You walk in the kitchen, but you forgot what you walked in the kitchen for. You went into this room, you checked to open your email, but you forgot what you opened it for. You see what I'm saying? It's you looking for your glasses, but they on your head. Focus. Focus. But when you're swarming around with all kinds of things, this is happening, this is happening, this needs to be done, this one wants this one wants this, this one wants this, this one wants this, this one wants this. And you know what's worse than all of that? When you need, they say no. Oh, they say no. They can't do that right now. They don't have time. They're already committed. You saying yes to people who ain't got no problem saying no to you. No problem. No problem at all. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Another symptom of saying yes, overly saying yes, is missed opportunities. Always saying yes may cause you to miss out on valuable opportunities because you stretch yourself too thin and are unable to take on new challenges. I don't even know how to explain that one. It's been so many times where you're committed yourself here, but then when something comes up for you that's towards your goal, towards the progression of your life, towards you being your best you can't do it because you're obligated over here already. You've already said yes. Oh, you can't go do that. You can't enjoy yourself. You can't go back to school. You can't do A, B, or C because you've overcommitted yourself to somebody else. For those who may remember, the best version of me says no to others so I can say yes to myself. But that's after years and years and years and years and years and years and years of saying yes, 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 yes. Yes, I got you. I got you covered. I can do that. I'll handle it. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. No problem. Mm-mm. No mas. No mas. Because there's things that God has placed in purpose. You have to do what God told you to do. Period. There's no ifs, there's no ands, there's maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. Gotta understand, oh, well, I'm doing it for this person. I'm doing it for this person. Well, I'm doing it for the good of the world. What did God tell you to do? And what does your yes to them have to do with that? You have to do what he tells you to do, regardless. Unless you can fit that into the 100,000 things you're already doing, I suggest you downgrade, downsize a little with your projects and your yes. Have a rest, have a seat, rejuvenate yourself, relax, regroup, and go forward. And go forward. Another symptom of saying yes constantly is stunning your own personal growth. By always conforming to others' wishes, you might hinder your personal and professional growth. Saying yes to every request might prevent you from taking risks or pursuing your own ambitions. We just talked about that with the missed opportunities, right? That is what happens. Sometimes you want to go back to school, but your yeses prevent you from doing that because you are now obligated, because you have to keep your word. Y'all keep your word. I know this is off topic, but there are some flaky people in the world. Flaky. I don't understand. When you say yes, keep your yes. If you say no, keep your no. If you're going to be there, be there. If you're going to do it, do it. And if you can't, communicate that. I don't understand. I tell you, we got such a society. Am I venting right now? I think I'm venting right now. We live in a world of the most flaky people I've ever met in my life. And they offer no explanation. No explanation whatsoever of why they didn't do what they said. Not only did they say, they volunteered. They volunteered. You didn't hold a gun to their head. You didn't ask. You didn't text. You didn't nothing. They volunteered and then didn't show for it and then didn't follow through. I don't understand it. I'm not even going to try to understand it. What I do is you show me who you are. God bless you. I ain't going to say nothing else. And that's not even a conversation. I just check, okay, that's who you are. That's how you are. I move accordingly. Just move accordingly. It ain't no discussion. It ain't no need to get upset. You don't need to be bothered because it doesn't matter. Act accordingly. Period. You know somebody is flaky, let them be flaky. You love them with the love of Christ and their flaky self. That's it. Just don't ask them to do nothing. Don't count on them. Don't require anything because you're setting yourself up for disappointment. But again, that's just my opinion, and I stick by it. I do. If you flaky, you ain't got to ever worry about me asking, calling, requesting, nothing. Nothing. You showed me. I act accordingly. Yes. All right. So our last symptom of saying yes constantly is diminished decision making. Constantly agreeing with others without expressing your own opinions or preference can diminish your decision making power. It might be challenging to assert yourself or make choices that align with your values. That's what you call what, a yes man, a yes girl, a yes lady, yes woman. I don't know. Yeah, I've only heard it called yes man. We have to be careful. It is very important to strike a balance between being helpful and setting healthy boundaries. That is what the book is about 100%. People who struggle with their loyalty to others versus their obligation to themselves. Somewhere along the line, we've learned to put ourselves last. We've been taught to just do. I get it's better to give than to receive. We work ourselves into early graves, and it's unnecessary. It is so unnecessary. God gave us life, and that more abundantly. That more abundantly. Learning to say no when necessary is crucial for maintaining your well being. And again, take it out of chapter 11 of the book. There is value in learning to say no. Learn to say it. And it doesn't have to be mean. It don't have to sound like I just said it. No, 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 no. It doesn't have to be that way. You can be just as sweet, just as kind, and you learn a lot. You learn a lot from those you around when you learn how to say no. You might rustle some feathers. Some people are only with you for what you can do for them. And it's sad. It hurts. And it's a sad fact. They don't want nothing else to do. Once you start saying no or you can't, you will see that some people will just move along and go about their business. All that love they had for you, all the, oh sis, bro, that's my dog, that's my brother, that's my homegirl, that's my bestie. All that'll go out the door when you start saying no. So that's a good way to check your squad. 100%. Check who you with. Check who you with. Some people only love what you do for them, not necessarily who you are. Not necessarily who you are. Embrace yourself. When I tell you it's a hard pill to swallow, it's a hard pill to swallow. But swallow it and move on. Take the pill, learn from it, know that you don't want to swallow that pill no more, and move accordingly. Ooh, that might need to be a whole podcast. Move accordingly. 100%. 100%. I need a refill. I will be back after a word from our sponsor. Step into your greatness with 3E Consulting. We focus on entrepreneur development, conflict resolution, goal setting, and leadership. Through coaching, conversations, and workshops, we provide the tools and guidance needed to successfully navigate your career journey. Our career coaching services include resume writing, interview preparation, and professional branding. We're dedicated to positioning you to step into your greatness. Schedule a free consultation today at www.3eeconsulting.com. So earlier I mentioned about being a yes man or a yes girl or a yes boy or yes woman, a yes person. So let's do that. Let's use a yes person. But being a yes person means that you're always available, always accommodating, and always saying yes, even when it's not in your best interest. While it may seem like a very noble thing to do, it's constantly saying yes can have negative impacts on your life. I know it doesn't seem like it, but it can, including a lack of time for yourself, a decline in self confidence, and a decrease in overall happiness. When you are constantly doing what other people want you to do all day long, neglecting yourself, neglecting what you want, neglecting your goals, neglecting your family, neglecting your health, neglecting everything, it creates a decrease in your happiness because now you're kind of, let's be honest, you walking around like a mummy. And I know people feel like that. We wear masks everywhere we go. Every time somebody say you okay, you all right, you doing good, you be like, I'm okay, I'm here. That's what we say. We're masking it because we are unhappy, 100% unhappy. And we don't even realize that we're doing it to ourselves. If we took a minute, realized or understood exactly what we want, understand what we want and what it's going to take to get there, we would feel a lot different about ourselves. We would be a little bit more happier. If we would take the step to become the best version of ourselves, happiness is just going to go up and up. You find yourself being happy for no reason. No reason at all. Wake up smiling. Wake up with the joy of the Lord in your heart every day and walk around that way. Not mad because you're doing this for this person or this for this person and you ain't got time for, just cut it out. Just cut it out. We must break the yes person habit. It's got to be broken because sometimes it's just something we begin doing and now it's natural to us. We don't even realize how much we're saying yes. We really don't. We really don't. But if we break that habit, it comes with a lot of benefits. It allows you to reclaim control over your priorities. You get to create space for self care, your personal growth, your personal needs, your personal wants, and pursuing your own goals and aspirations. Because I know we got them. I know we got them. Saying no assertively and setting clear boundaries will boost your self esteem and confidence and improve your relationships because communication is key. Let's talk about that for a minute. If I'm mad inside, or should I say resentful, or I'm bitter because I keep saying yes to you, and I'm not really being your friend. But if I can be straight up with you, like I'm gonna be honest, I appreciate my friends, the people who are the most honest with me. I don't care. Tell me how you feel. If you don't want to do it, just say no. If you're not calling, if you're not coming, if you don't want to go, just say that. Just say that because it creates such a, a, a conflict, if you would. If I find out later it's something you didn't want to really do, or you was talking about it because you didn't really want to go, but you did because you didn't have to do all that. All you had to say was, that's not going to work for me today. So better communication, be honest, be straightforward. Don't be so timid and flaky. Just don't. It's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. But through reading and understanding, I understand that there is a many reasons why people continuously say yes. And we'll go over them. Now, it's not the be all end all. It's not. But there's a lot of reasons. One could be the pressure to meet others' expectations. Some of us are in situations, relationships, families, occupations where there is a lot expected of us. A lot. And can I say it? Especially in church. And we want to meet those things. We want to meet those because our hearts are pure. We want to meet them because we want to look good in the sight of the Lord, right? We want to look good because we want that promotion. We want to be helpful. You know what I mean? We want to be good. We want to be needed. But one reason we say yes is because we are pressured to meet others' expectations. Another reason is some people just want to be liked. There's a lot of people, you just want people to like you. You do. I suggest you get over it, but some of us just want to be liked. And it's okay, but you're setting yourself up. Everybody is not going to like you. Everybody is not going to like you, and you have to be sincerely okay with that. Sincerely okay with that. So we understand, I understand that sometimes we just want to be liked. Some people say yes to be a team player. You know what? We're going to take it for the team. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? So we just say yes so that we can be a better team player. And I get that. I get that 100%, but not at the expense of yourself. So just keep that in mind. Some of us find it just easier to say yes than to say no. It's just easier. A lot of us don't like conflict. I'm one of them. I prefer peace. I do. I prefer peace, and I will say yes just to keep the peace. Keep the peace. But it's not peaceful if my soul is disrupted. It's not peaceful if my heart is disrupted or my mind is disrupted because of what's going on. So, although we want to keep peace, when I tell you there's a freedom, peace is in saying no. No, no, no. Peace is in saying no. So learn to say no. Sometimes we have a fear of disappointing other people. I get that. I get that. That's where the yes person comes in. We just, some people we just love. Oh, we love them. Oh, we love them. Oh, we love them. And we don't want to disappoint them. But they would not, if they love you, let's be clear. If they love you, they would not want you disrupted inside like that. They don't. They don't want you feeling that way. They don't want you in conflict within your soul just because you wanted to say yes to them. So one of the primary reasons is for fear of disappointment. They say that's the primary reason. We are conditioned to believe that saying no will result in a negative consequences such as rejection or disapproval. This fear could be rooted in childhood or something like that. So let's check ourselves. Let's check ourselves and see what's going on because some things we just got to pull the root. We just got to pull the root up out of it and get rid of that. That's not a God. That's not of God. Because bottom line, He is the only person you are required to please. Only. Only person that laid down His life for you. Only person that breathed the breath of life in you. Only person that died for your sins and can save your soul. That's who you have to please. Sometimes we have a lack of self esteem and self confidence. So saying yes, that goes back to wanting to be liked. I get it. I get it 100%. So let's work on us. Let's work on that self esteem. Let's work on that self confidence because when you are confident in yourself, you're really not tripping off who like you or who don't. Like I said, they haven't died on the cross for your sins. Ain't nobody pitched them in the side. Ain't nobody whipped them with the cat and nine tails. Ain't nobody did that for you but your creator. So God is the only person that we are required to please. Gird yourself, build your self-esteem, build your confidence, and learn how to say no. Yeah, for real. Learn how to say no. Another reason we say yes is the desire for external validation. That still goes with liking. I mean, that's all on social media, right? A lot of things that we do, we categorize, should I say, or we measure it by the amount of likes on social media. People you don't even know. Like for real, we don't even know these people. We don't know. And if somebody don't like a post or somebody didn't comment on this, then come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. That's validation needed, and we don't. We don't. The best version of me is without apology nor permission. Period. Period. Again, I got one creator, one savior, and one person I need to please, and that is God Himself. Period. So, all right, we are going to take a break, and here's a tip on how to be the best version of you.
Tip 2 for week number 2 is
Figure out what the best version of you looks like. Many of us say we live in our best lives. We want to be the best version of ourselves. We want to be this, we want to do this, but we actually have no idea what that is. Most of us are seeing something that we want or that somebody else is doing, and we be like, oh, that's what we want. Or we're with somebody and you're thinking, okay, well, that's what I want. But it takes a minute to figure out what the best version of you looks like. It's not about what anybody else wants, what anybody else needs, what anybody else anything. It is what the best version of you looks like to you. So I ask the question every seminar, every panel, every podcast, every workshop. What does the best version of you look like? I even have a best version of you challenge out. You can Twitch the video, I think it's called, but you can do it with the video. I think it is called Twitch. I think you switch or Twitch the video on TikTok or anywhere else, but it's simple. My name is whatever. I am with whatever, and the best version of me is whatever. So if you want to, feel free to join into the best version of me challenge and send in those videos telling me what the best version of you looks like. So the best version of you, as I was saying, only you know that. It's again not what anybody else wants. Remember, the best version of you is without apology or need for permission. Period. So if that means the best version of you is sitting on the couch all day, that's the best version of you. It is what it looks like to you. So figure out what you want. In the book coming up, I talk about how do you like your eggs. But I'm not going to tell you what that means. You're going to have to get the second book. But you have to figure out what you like. And most of the time, it's going to require you to have real time alone and by yourself. It's going to require you to spend some time alone. Some of us have that opportunity, many of us don't. But get alone. Sometimes we're so ready to jump into a relationship or be booed up all the time that some of us are scared to be by ourselves. Some of us think being by ourselves is going to make us lonely, and believe me, that is not the case. It's not the case. Get along with yourself and learn you. What do you like? What makes you smile? What makes you happy? What brings you joy? And it's not about the money or the flash or the trips. What are the simple things? Simple things that make you smile. Simple things that bring you great joy. Me binge watching a show. So I'll wait. I don't watch these episodes from week to week to week. I ain't got that kind of patience. I will wait till all the segments or episodes have shown, and then I get to binge watch them on Netflix or whatever. That is the best version of me. Oh my, with no interruptions, no nothing. Just me, a cup of ice, and binge watching that show. Right now, I'm binge watching Chicago Fire. But it's whatever works for you, whatever makes you smile. Figure that out first. So, week 2, tip 2, figure out what the best version of you looks like. Remember to stay connected at www.sisterscafeinc.com. And don't forget to join the Best Version of Me Challenge. I'll see you again next week for another tip on how to be the best version of yourself. So how can you recognize if this is you? If you are that yes person, or you are dealing with symptoms of yes, if you are dealing with this, how do you know this is you? How do you know you are that person? If you lack self-esteem and lack self-confidence, you're probably a yes person. If you have this extreme desire, any desire for external validation, generally you're a yes person. The need for external validation often drives individuals to become yes people. It really does. We seek validations from others to feel worthy or valued. By continually saying yes, sometimes we just hope to gain recognition or praise. And it's reinforcing a cycle of external validation rather than cultivating self worth, which is what we really should work on. You can basically tell if you're a yes person if you have severe difficulties in setting boundaries. Many people who are people pleasers or yes people struggle with that. They struggle with setting boundaries, fearing that it may mess up a relationship or your job or whatever the issue is right there. Sometimes we don't speak our mind. Sometimes we won't say nothing because we don't want to rock the boat, as some people would say. We don't want no boat rocking here. We don't. So setting boundaries, I think we look at that as a negative thing because now we're saying no, or they might not need us anymore. They might not like me, or maybe they might not love me, or whatever it is. Whatever it is, as a result, we end up sacrificing our own well being and personal priorities to maintain harmony in relationships. Do you hear that? You sacrifice yourself to maintain something. For why? Why? You would have to honestly take a look at yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself why. Why am I doing this? Why do I allow this? Why am I allowing this to happen? Why am I willing to be so very miserable to make this person, or this person happy? Why am I willing to sacrifice my life, my health, my wants, my needs, my happiness, my joy to make somebody else okay or satisfied? You might ask yourself, and you ain't got to answer that right now. You can answer me if you want. Put it in the chat. Let me know, why do you think we do this? Why is what they want or what they need more important than what you want and you need? Why? Just a question. The goal, though, is to recognize the root causes of all this. Because, like I said, if we can pull it up, we can overcome. If we can confront it, we can overcome it. Real talk. You confront it, you can conquer it. If you confront it, you can conquer it. And we can dismantle this yes person thing. We can. You can get over that. You can. You just have to want to do it. That's it. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. Yes person will say yes to everything without considering their own personal needs. That is how we end up. Bills are not paid, houses in disarray, dishes ain't done, clothes ain't washed, nobody went grocery shopping, you ain't got no gas in your car is dirty, your hair ain't done, nothing. Because you have so many commitments that you've already said yes to. Because you didn't consider yourself at all. We do that a lot. Another way to recognize if you're a yes person is you're often feeling overwhelmed or stressed due to excessive commitment. Check your schedule. How much on that schedule? How much on that calendar is of you or yours? Did you make your doctor's appointment? Did you make your dentist appointment? Your back hurt. Did you call the doctor about that? When's the last time you took them braids out your head? When's the last time you had a facial? When's the last time you just soaked in a tub? How much of on that calendar is for you? Check that out. We don't want you to be stressed out. Stress kills. Stress kills. Stress kills. And how you gonna be stressed out and die over somebody else's stuff? No, ma'am. No, sir. No, sir. Let's remember that breaking the yes habit, or saying yes all the time, or understanding these symptoms of yes, breaking this habit is not about being selfish or uncaring towards others. You can still love so much. So much. It's not going to kill the other person because you said no, not today. It's not being selfish because you decided to go to the doctor for yourself this time. It's not selfish if you take a day for self-care or take a mental day. For real. We need them. We need them. Sometimes you just got to sit down. Sit down, be still, breathe in, breathe out, and check your vitals. Are you happy? Are you okay? How's your mental? How's your spiritual? How's your relationship with God? He can be on the calendar all the time. He's the only person that should get more time than you should get. How is your relationship with God if you don't have time for God? Because, yeah, you don't have time for anything else. So that means you didn't have time for personal time with you and God. You don't. You're too overcommitted. You're too stressed. There's too much going on. Even when you sit down for a minute, you don't give that to God. Even when you're on your knees at church, you getting a nap. You can't even think straight. It's almost like, phew, I'm being still for a minute. Let's check ourselves. Let's check ourselves. Let's do what's necessary to make sure that we good. We can't keep pouring from empty cups. I do not know how to stress that enough. We cannot continue to pour from empty cups. So it's not about being selfish. It's about finding a healthy balance between meeting our own needs and taking care of others. When we set boundaries and learn how to assertively say no. Because some of us say no and we be like, no, and then you end up doing it anyway. It's going to be a hard no for me. No, sir. No, ma'am. It's going to be a hard no. But if we learn to value, you have to learn to value yourself, your time, your goals, your aspirations. I'm not saying cut out everybody and everything and everything's about me and blah, 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 blah. That ain't what I'm saying. Balance. Find a balance, but make sure you're in that balance. It will improve our well-being and also create a positive effect in our relations and interactions with others. So let's start today. Let's unlock the incredible potential that's in you. Let's learn to be our best selves by self-care, learning, building our self-confidence, building our self-worth, building our self-esteem. Do what you got to do to keep a continuous smile on your face while being the best version of yourself. Big shout out to our sponsor for this segment, 3E Consulting with Dr. Joy Brown. Thank you for being a proud sponsor of Sisters Cafe. Y'all, I am so glad that you stopped by today. I'm so glad that you took out time to listen. Remember to follow me on all social media platforms. Don't forget that Ask the Table segment is still out there. Go to the website, go to Ask the Table, and send in your questions, and we'll get that question answered online. Remember that we are at Cafe Zoom every first Friday of the month. But you have to register. Y'all, it's free. It is free to register, but it is a closed and private session. So you have to register. Please go register before time so that way you can get approved, and that way you can be in one of our cafe sessions. And that allows you to ask whatever questions, that allows you to say whatever. We love praise reports. We love to pray for people. We love to celebrate you when you got things going on. We love to be there if you need advice or help, resources. We love to encourage. We do. We do. When my sister wins, I win. And sorry, fellas, this one is just for the ladies. This is ladies. But understand, ladies, it is a shade-free cafe. So if you ain't coming in here for empowerment overload, go on, don't even register. Don't even register. This is for people who want to see each other win. Period. No judgment. It ain't none of your business. Either pray about it or be quiet. Period. But Cafe Zoom every first Friday. Be sure to go to the website, and it has the information to register there. But of course, meet me here every Wednesday for Woman Crush Wednesday here on Power Influence Radio. Go to www.sisterscafe.com and subscribe so you don't miss nothing. Follow me on all social media platforms And of course, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm so excited, y'all, but I'm about to get off of it. I'll see you again next week for another segment of Sisters Cafe here on Power Influence Radio. Bye.
Sisters Cafe.